say we got to bring up the whole old red battle thing because that was a big
that's
topic
the only reason
on our
I'm
show.
on the phone with y'all. I know that's
okay.
that's what everybody want to talk about.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, when they gonna ask me about that?
Yeah, well, we didn't want to dive right into it from Jump Street, but yeah, we got to bring it up because that was a big topic on the show, and a lot of people, there was a lot of rumors floating around after that King Juice, I believe it was, event out in St. Louis, and he battled Go Red. And I mean, in your own words, like what exactly happened that day, like?
Yeah, I can say my old Red battle. That's probably. For sure, not probably. That's my most ill-prepared battle. Like I ain't really too much. Just being honest and keeping it real, because I know that's what everybody respect about me. I ain't sidestepping nothing. But I was kind of ill-prepared for the most part. And then when I got there, I was just dealing with a whole lot of stuff, and shit ain't turned out how it's supposed to. It ain't turned out how I would like it to turn out that night for me. But that's the most I could say about it, you feel me? And, I'm just looking forward to the next showing, my next showing, so it can kind of overshadow that more to the motherfuckers that really, really fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? But I had to, take away, to be honest, man, I kind of just had chilled out for real as far as being as in tune with the whole culture for real. And that's a bigger part of it, you know what I'm saying? It just became something that I really wasn't passionate about as much for real. And that's from personal issues and a lot of stuff going on. But just in hindsight, looking back, I could look back and say, it's something where I do still feel like, he cannot beat me, or Red can't beat me. For real. I don't even second guess that. I just be tripping off of it, when I be like, I would have liked it not to go that way, but in my everything, I know for sure he can't fuck with me. So I don't be tripping off of too much where everybody be like, we went on that, whatever went on that night, that's cool, that's well and fine. But, yeah.
So it pretty much came from you just did it come from you just not caring, or did it come from you just sleeping on no red? I don't think regardless, no, he ain't.
It ain't that. When people say I don't care, that's the choice of words. You say I don't care. It's never that I don't care, because in all actuality, this is something that I really do. You know what I'm saying? Music is something that I really do. So it's not like I don't care, but it's a matter of prioritizing what's important to me at the time, and that's what I didn't do. That has nothing to do as an artist. That has nothing to do as a battle rap artist. That has to do as a man. You feel me? So that's my first priority right now. Battle rap. That's one of my first priorities right now, and that's what it was. At that time, that wasn't the first priority for me. It was, it wasn't top on the list. You feel me?
Yeah.
And in anything doing that, that's how it's gonna show. It's gonna come off on camera, whatever you're doing. If you're not in tune with your craft, people that's not better than you gonna seem to be better than you. You feel me? If they putting 110%, you're not putting everything in, so you're not gonna reap the benefits of that. Not being dedicated and not putting that work in. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth the wait when I get back in the ring, though.
I know Norbs caught a lot of heat for he released his top 10 favorite battle rappers or top 10 battle rappers. I think you were number 5, right? Well, and
something like that.
Yeah, he made a comment saying Young Ill could beat anybody in the game. Do you feel any way about the people that hated on you for
I don't
giving?
feel no type of way. No type of way. You know what I'm saying? The thing about me is I'm not a false person. I don't go around saying I'm cool with everybody. So I expect people that view me as a threat to talk certain kind of ways and say certain things. So I don't fault them for it. You know what I mean? Because I know that's what you do. That's what you do. If I was a nigga that was just weak, a nobody ass nigga that niggas didn't feel anything about, they wouldn't even speak on. That's what you gotta understand. Like, no matter what I do, because I'm gonna have a million. I don't care how many battles that I have that's, subpar, however people want to feel. I done already did enough to leave an impression to let motherfuckers know I got something that everybody don't got. So I don't be too much tripping off especially if it's a battle rapper that's talking. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know they know the real for real. But as far as the fans and the fans and what they say, and the viewers and people that's real in tune with the culture, I can respect their opinion more. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they be like, you fucking up, but do. I could take that from them and be like, okay, you know what? Because you pay your money to come out to see me. You done supported me all these years. You expect better from me. So I can accept that from them. Because I know as soon as I come out and do another battle, the same people that been fucking with me for years, they going to continue to fuck with me. They know they're around it. But the battle is like them, the niggas that I really had to just step back and be like, oh, these niggas just some bitch-ass niggas, and that's just in their pedigree, so I can't really judge them because they not like me. You feel what I'm saying? So that whole situation is like two different, I got two different outlooks on how I view people, on how they voice their opinions about the situation. On the fans, you know what I'm saying, I give them leeway on how I deal with them and my supporters. I give them more slack, like that. But as far as the rappers, it's a few people I know, you know what I'm saying, they just really fuck with me, and they never really had nothing crazy to say or anything, but it's other niggas that I know I'm going to kill for sure. As soon as they stand in front of me, I'm going to kill them.
Now, like, speaking of that battle, I mean, I don't mean to beat the dead horse, but, like, there was a lot of rumors. It ain't a dead horse because it's still a live horse until my next battle, and that's the horse, that's going to be the horse we going to be beating, because I ain't tripping off of it. Like, that's what people going to ask me. I come to the realization. They going to ask me about the overhead battle, and I ain't on pins and needles about it. Yeah, there was a lot of rumors about the third round. I don't believe it was put up on YouTube and stuff about a nervous breakdown and stuff. I mean, like, do you want to talk about that, or?
Yeah, we can. I kind of got into it with a nigga that was in the crowd. I ain't gonna say I did, but my people thought I was tripping for real, but really I wasn't. You know what I mean? And I saw everything that was going on, but I was kind of wilding too, though, because I was mad in my head. I was mad because I knew I could beat this nigga, and I'm like so frustrated at myself that I know I could beat this nigga, but I ain't, on point though. So looking in the crowd, and it's just a nigga that's doing a lot of extra stuff, and we kind of had words, and then I just tripped, you know what I'm saying? Tripping, going outside the battle, and kind of having words with him, and then that's how the battle kind of ended for real. You know what I mean? Me getting into it with him and doing all back and forth, and that's not really in my character like that. But I was just a lot of frustration and a lot of shit that was going on at the time, and I just was snapping on the closest thing that was saying something to me.
Yeah.
Right. But that's the third one, no. Because in my eyes, the way I look at the battle is going to be completely different than anybody else looking at the battle, because I'm actually the person that everybody's talking about. So everybody's going to have their assumptions and everything that goes on. But me knowing everything, I look at the battle from a perspective like I know I wasn't tripping like that because I know everything that was going on. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's just, I was wild. But that third round was kind of crazy, but I ain't never seen it.
Yeah, nobody did unless you was there. It started becoming like fish stories. It started becoming like fish stories after a while. Like everybody had their own version of what happened.
Yeah, I mean there was stories about how like you broke down on stage and ambulance had to come and get you. Like
they said ambulance had to come get me.
I heard some people say that. I've heard some people say you was ready to jump off the stage, literally. And
no, I was ready to jump off stage, but that was to box this nigga though. that wasn't to do nothing. That was like it all ended out. The dude was who it was over, he was tied into a nigga to somebody I know though. So there ain't too much of nothing though.
Was you happy that
I was
got edited out the footage?
Hold on, let me write this down though.
Okay.
I was about to jump off stage, and an ambulance had to come and get me off stage.
I mean, yeah, that was one of the stories going around.
Something like that. I heard they had to carry you, like literally carry you out the building, and
they ain't have to carry me out the building, but they did.
I did hear that you came back on stage. I did hear you came back on stage after the fact and apologized for everything.
And I did
hear that.
Yeah, I apologized. I talked to. Yeah, because that was my city though. I was wild in front of, and I was getting to it with niggas. Like, it's in my city. But I still feel a certain type of way because I always want to give them what I feel like they deserve. This is a good performance. So I did come back on stage and apologize, and then my people be telling me I tripped out again like I was talking crazy, but I was just so angry, man. I was hella frustrated, though. But it came out, I guess.
Now, what were you going to say? You said you didn't get carried off the stage, but what?
I said I didn't get carried off the stage. I said I didn't get carried off the stage, but the jumping off the stage part, that's what may have got confused. I ain't get carried off the stage. Ain't no ambulance. Did nobody have to carry me out. That's what I was saying. I was saying I may not have got carried out, but I know people was like telling me to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, cuz, let's just leave. Let's leave. Because everybody was, like, say if I'm on stage and somebody started just wild and everything just going on, pandemonium, they're like, let's get out of here. I'm like, no, let's stay. We trying to leave. I'm trying to go to Chase party at the loft afterwards. My people, they ain't no gophers. Like, nobody's just going to be like, oh, yeah, let's go. They like, nah, nigga, we ain't finna go out. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, nigga, we in the loft. You know what I'm saying? So I was I wasn't tripping too much. I just didn't, I ain't handled stuff like I should have. But it's all good, though.
Was you happy that it got edited out the footage?
Nah, I ain't. Bro, let me tell you something about me. The worst part probably was on the thing. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't my footage, man. I can't tell them people what to release, what not to release after they pay me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I'm like, dang, it was messed up. I'm like, dang. I ain't even never watched it, so I don't know what's in or what's out. But, because I wasn't happy that it got taken out of footage. I'd be happy if it, if I would have did a better performance that night.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Yeah.
I feel you. All right, just.
Smrek! Smrek!